that's the question. When you're going off, what was going on the pace laps, and are you thinking there's no way I'm getting into Daytona?
Well, as I was accelerating, it was like literally driving a bucking Bronco. Like I didn't know what was going on. It was shaking so much that it's like you feel like a wheel is falling off. But as I told Tony, I said, well, I have to go. And so like I didn't lift those first 2 laps. But as it was moving around, I was like, this is really not confidence inspiring. And so I lost the draft. But when he made that first adjustment, I could definitely tell what was happening. And thankfully we were able to fix that, and we got a lot better as we went. But it was crazy. I mean, we took advantage of a lucky situation. We can't ever deny a lucky situation because I'll take it any day.
Okay, Conor, we're going to take you for a press conference.
Okay. Cool. Let's go press conference.
We just had the worst luck since we got here. Obviously we didn't get to qualify last night. So with that being said, we didn't know what to expect tonight because his first laps were going to be in the race. And as you saw at the start of the race, the car was a little too low, was bouncing. We made the adjustment, made it better. And then actually as the fuel ran off, he said the car was better. So we said if we get another pit stop or another caution, we'll stop, try and race the car one more time and make it better for you, just to see. I mean, we'd lost the lap. Honest to God, when that accident happened, I actually cried for the 62 car because I worked with those guys. They're family. Darren, who works on that car, is a dear friend, and Amy and Linda and Mark Sr., may he rest in peace. I worked with him. I love that man. He taught me a lot, which actually things that I put into our effort here. So that was like the worst case scenario for me to, have the feelings for us getting into that race at their expense, basically. But I mean, at the end of the day, like Darren said, I hugged him after the race, and I said, "This is not how I wanted this." And he said, "It's racing. Like it's racing. Today was your day." I mean, now we got 2 days to get this thing better for Conor, so he can drive it Sunday for 500 miles. And we're in our second Daytona 500 for a young team. This is only our 5th race, and 2 of the races we've made are the Daytona friggin' 500. So we're excited. There's going to be a lot of liver damage done tonight, let me tell you.
Are you guys going to be able to, with that practice session, finally, laps that don't really count,
yeah, exactly.
to get stuff right?
Yeah,
right?
Get the car up, get the ride heights right, and this will be, it's kind of weird how you had to make the race in order to get practice, which is a little backwards, but I understand why NASCAR does what they do, and I applaud them for always trying to do things to make the program go better and quicker. And we're fortunately, even though it kind of hurt us a little bit yesterday, we were able to bounce back today. Again, I will call a spade, people's misfortune. But as bad as things were yesterday, and as bad as the car was at the beginning of the race, we still brought a car that was able to finish the race. And that's been our goal since we started this, is just go to a race and be able to finish the races. And ultimately, that's what got us in today, is the ability to finish the race. So I'm proud of all my guys. Obviously, Tony Uri Jr. is a legend. Chris and DeAndre and my brother-in-law Jimmy, my son Ryan, who's a student at UNC Charlotte. Like, he's up after class working on a car, and it's just been awesome. Ian from ECR. I mean, that poor kid, is his first Cup race as an engine tuner, and we threw every freaking terrible scenario at him. So this is just, I don't know. Every day I wake up and I look at all this stuff that happens, and I can't believe it. It's just, I'm a race fan who's living the ultimate dream, and then we're going to race in our second Daytona 500.
Congratulations.
Can you describe the range of emotion? I mean, with how grim things looked last night compared to now?
Well, there's multiple times in the last few days that I've wanted to throw up. I'm not going to lie to you. I was ready to throw up. And even during the race, I mean, things weren't looking good. I mean, we were struggling. But, like I've said all along, our goal with this team is to just put a car together that'll finish a race, because you never know. And even in Charlotte last year, that was a terrible race for us at the 600. But Kaz did a great job and finished the race for us. And because we finished the race, we had our best finish of the year last year. So again, tonight we were terrible, but we were able to put a car together, and Tony made some adjustments so we could finish the race. And by finishing the race, we made the race. So that's our expectations. I didn't come down here thinking we were going to win, finish. No, we just want to come and log laps. And that's all today, this week was. Let's log some laps, because we want to run some super speedway stuff later in the year. And now we got 500 more miles to work on it this weekend. So I am more and more every day becoming more spiritual and religious because I have prayed more in the last 24 hours and God has smiled upon us and we're here. We're in our second Daytona 500.
Congratulations.
Hey everyone, Zane Smith, driver number 38 Ford for Front Row Motorsports. Be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch on YouTube.